Yep, this is it. This is what I want to explore. After that realization and seeing that this marketing career, which actually sounds fun, can bring $80,000 a year and even 100K, just blew my mind. So I started searching and searching a lot. I learned a lot about growth frameworks, T-shaped marketers, market product fit, and etc. But I wanted something else. I also wanted something else, something real.
And even CV are getting less and less important. So it's all about portfolio and your personal brand.
So I decided to reach out to the person who actually has a career in growth hacking and who can share with her experience on how to become one. So I found Yelena on YouTube and set up a call with her. Yelena is a growth hacker based on Helsinki. She has been in the industry for more than 6 years. Currently she works for a Swedish startup and helps them to grow. During our discussion, she explained how to become a growth marketer based on her experience, and she revealed this unexpected truth about A/B testing that really surprised me. So stay tuned until the last question that I will ask her, because this might be really helpful for you before you start this career.
I think it all started with the fact that I really wanted to stand out at work. So in a way it was a bit of a kind of egoistic, way of thinking, because I really wanted to succeed, to excel at my work. And I realized that by doing this kind of, traditional marketing things like PR and whatnot, it doesn't really make me stand out at all. And at the same time, I've been always sort of determined to drive real results with marketing, to actually see how my marketing efforts can result in the actual sales. And with traditional marketing efforts, it was sort of impossible to track anything and whatnot. And then I started researching. I followed a lot of people on LinkedIn. I started listening to a bunch of podcasts, just like following some marketing agencies. And I think that was the time when the whole concept of growth marketing actually, started to exist. And so it was kind of like a natural transition to me. I started learning about it more and more, and also teaching this concept internally in the companies I worked for. The most challenging part was trying to be good at everything, because growth marketing is still quite a broad area of marketing. And at some point I just realized that I'm doing a lot of advertising. I spent a lot of time digging deeper into Google ads, into how LinkedIn ads work, into what kind of, targeting criteria you can find on Facebook ads and whatnot. At the same time, I spent a lot of time on some content marketing projects, SEO. I was learning a lot about technical and non-technical SEO, and it was actually quite successful, because I started generating a lot of organic traffic to our website for the company I worked for back then. So at some point I reached this point that I was doing too many things, and I think I was doing kind of close to a burnout, because you cannot be good at everything. So this tricky part was to actually sit down and try to think about what my area of interest is. I think what really helped me is the fact that I worked for different companies. And this is something that I recommend to any marketer. I think nowadays, if you've been working for the same company for, say, 10 years, it's you always reach this glass ceiling, you know, you don't grow, you don't develop, even if you work for like your dream company. So I tried working in different environments. I tried small and medium-sized enterprises. I tried like a bigger corporation with you know, this established huge team, and it made me realize what my passion actually is. And also another tip that I always recommend to any marketer as well is even if you're not looking for a job actively, still try to take part in some job interviews, because this really helps you identify your weaknesses, and at the same time it also helps you understand what you're good at, what kind of answers come naturally, what kind of questions you like don't stress you that much. I would say number one is that always try to take into account the case of your specific company. What I mean here is that, you know, you can follow the best course on growth marketing, you can read this, you know, super inspirational article, and then you just like you're trying to steal this idea, and you come to your boss and you pitch this idea to your boss, and you're like super passionate about it, but chances are it's not gonna work because it really depends on your business. A basic example, there's this super well-known case about Dropbox. It's their like growth hacking story that with their referral program they skyrocketed, like their user base just like went through the roof. And I know that like I've heard some people say that okay, we should definitely try that out for our business. But then again, like you have to take into account that Dropbox, first of all, the idea behind the product is super simple. Their onboarding is super, you know, fast and smooth. So for them, it was like a perfect idea to try out. But for most of the businesses, even for SaaS businesses, it's not as easy as, you know, as it's written for their case. So yeah, always try to take into account your current resources, your, you know, competitors, and just take your time and evaluate a certain idea you got inspired with. Then I would say that my biggest learning was to to realize that A/B testing almost never really brings any meaningful results.
Really?
Yeah.
What? I thought A/B testing is like everything. It's like, you know.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. I mean, it does work, but you need to have you really need to have a huge sample size to start with. Like that's like the first thing I would say. And usually, yeah, a lot of businesses, like super small businesses, they barely have any users, you know, they barely have any traffic, and they're trying to come up with like 20 A/B testing ideas, which is cool. But yeah, once you run all of those tests, you realize that yeah, you spend like a few weeks on them, but okay, the results, you can't really do anything with the result other than presenting in your next weekly meeting. So yeah.
That's funny.
In general, yeah, it comes down to the fact that still a lot of marketers are unfortunately not that good at data, at analytics.
It's a skill that we should all master. So yeah, I would recommend like any marketer to take some like basic course on data, on analytics, on A/B testing, to get an understanding of how it actually works. And perhaps number 3 would be marketers should not be afraid of failures, because that's like unavoidable. Again, growth marketing is all about constant experimentation, and yeah, eventually you're gonna mess up something. There's gonna be some mistakes, but don't stress out that much about it. Just like think of it as as you're learning. And I think that in general the world could have seen many more successful marketing stories, but simply because we are scared of messing up, they never, turned out to be true.
To be out there.
Yeah, to be out there. Yeah.
And this is how, my friends, I realized that everything is going to be beep hard. No, for real. You heard and you saw everything she said. I mean, it sounds a lot, and when I researched it, searched, it is a lot to learn, a lot to know, to be a growth marketer, to hack the growth, try to hack the growth. But you see, for me, challenging is fun and I really like it, not boring. That's why I take always hard classes. I love hard classes at university, like economics and stuff. Even though sometimes I want to rip my hair off when I do something challenging and I might complain and feel overwhelmed. It looks like I hate it, but to be honest, deep inside I really like it. Otherwise I wouldn't probably do it and come back to challenging things. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope it opened you a new kind of look at marketing as another career that can be helpful, and making 80 grand a year, not bad, I think. So thank you guys for watching, and go check out Yelena's channel to watch more videos on growth marketing, how to become one, how to go through interviews and stuff. Very helpful. She has very helpful things in there. If you want to know about other careers that can bring you $50,000 and up, then watch this short. Or if you want to know how to become good at anything, then this book will be real helpful. So I'm always here for you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.